When a drug deal goes awry, best friends Stephen and Ian find themselves at odds with a rival crime outfit. Soon after, their lives are turned upside down when they spend a lust-filled night with two beautiful women who turn out to be bloodthirsty angelic vampires. Once the vampiric transformation takes hold, Stephen and Ian use their newfound bloodlust and immortality to enact a gore-soaked revenge on their backstabbing adversaries. But when Stephen makes a pact with a demon to hunt down and exterminate the angels that spawned him, the former friends must battle to the death as the ultimate fate of mankind hangs in the balance. What up, YouTube? If you're a fan of drug deals gone wrong, car crashes, gunfights, stabbings, angels, vampires, big old titties, and lesbians, do I ever have the movie for you? At dawn they sleep. Yes, it's just as awesome as this fucking slipcover art. Like I just said in the fucking intro, if you're a fan of drug deals and fucking car crashes, gunfights, titties, and all that, you're on the right fucking review. This movie's got it all and more. I don't want to say too much about the events that happen in the film, just so that I don't take away from the holy shit moments if you're watching it for the first time. I wasn't told anything about the movie aside that it was a Brian Paulin flick and it's one of his earlier ones and I should check it out. And I'm glad that's all they told me, because there was stuff in this movie I have not seen in any other movie in my life. And it had me sitting there like, what the fuck? Like, some of the shit that went on in this movie was absolutely bonkers. And like, I'm pretty sure this came out in 2000, like its original release. And I wish it had more attention given to it back then. Because in 2000, I would have been 16, and I would have been all over this fucking movie. This shit was amazing. It's got everything you want in a horror movie. It's got everything you want in an action movie, too. Like, we've got, I wouldn't say there's any really slasher elements to it, but we've got paranormal shit. We've got religious shit with the angels. We've got the vampires. We've got the car chases, the drug deals, guns, stabbings. We got lesbians. We got fucking oral. We got everything going on in this movie. Sorry if I keep looking back. I already filmed this, but my audio stopped recording 2.5 minutes in, so I got to redo it. So I got to keep checking back to make sure it hasn't fucking stopped again. This was put out from Saturn's Core. It's a VS partner label through OCN. Highly, highly recommend you go grab a copy. This is the other cover for it. You know, I don't like having two of the same cover, so it does have the new alternative artwork as well, but you know, I gotta flip that. The special features that Saturn's Core pulled out on this, I really hope I said Saturn's Core at first and not Culture Shock, but Saturn's Core. We have a new 2023 audio commentary with writer-director Brian Paulin and actor-producer Rich George. The archival 2004 commentary with Brian and Rich. Outbreak of Evil The Making of At Dawn They Sleep, new 2023 featurette with writer-director Brian Paulin and actor-producer Rich George. Archival Making of featurette, outtakes, scenes that hurt, archival blooper reel. I can imagine that the majority of that's going to be like the car crashes and shit, and some of the fight scenes. Photo gallery, Morbid Visions Films trailer vault, English subtitles, reversible cover art featuring newly commissioned artwork by Eerie Cripps, and the icing on the cake of features. Bonus movie, Reap of Evil, 94 minutes. Director Brian Paulin's debut 1994 SOV gore epic with optional audio commentary featuring Brian Paulin and Rich George. And a new 2023 Reap of Evil making of featurette. So this one clocks in at 77 minutes. We've got the bonus movie at 94 minutes. And all for like $30. Y'all need this in your collection. The effects work are it's amazing, all things considered. Like, Brian does have some help with friends and whatnot, but like, I think from what I've seen, he mostly does it on his own. He doesn't crowdfund like most of today's lazy cunt of directors that, instead of working and earning the money to do this project of love, you just milk your fans to make a half-assed movie. No. Brian puts in the work. He puts in all his own money. He builds the sets. He makes the effects work. He's a fucking goddamn gem to the indie scene, and a lot of people need to take note from him. Too many fuckers are in this now. I don't know why they see it as a get-rich-quick scheme. You're not getting rich doing indie films. You get a cool following and stuff like that, and you get the respect of the fans, but respect doesn't pay bills. But Brian, I hope you never stop, man. I've seen the shots you've been sharing of your new upcoming project, and I can't wait to see that. I haven't reviewed many of Brian's other flicks. I think mostly just Septic from 2022, and that was like my movie of the year, the year that came out. I'm pretty sure it was 2022. Goddamn, Septic was awesome. And you can definitely see the growth he's had as an artist, as an effects maker and everything, compared to like comparing At Dawn They Sleep to Septic. That's like a 22-year difference. But yeah, so fucking good. There was only one part where the effects seemed a little cheesy. That was when the dude was getting his throat bit by the vampire. You could clearly see like the thin latex, but it was still cool because like you could see the vampire chick like playing with her tongue under the latex and everything, which I found made it like a more interesting take on the way vampires turn people. Like she's playing with the victim and like being very erotic with it. Most of the vampire shit I've seen, they've played it off like super serious and fucking stupid. Not really big on vampires. They were played the fuck out. But they were awesome in this. They were fucking beautiful in this too. Like you can definitely see why these two guys were enticed by them and tricked, lured into their trap of being turned. The demon that makes his appearance later on is really cool looking. He just looks like a fucking big evil tar monster almost, for lack of a better term. Like you could almost smell the stench of hell emanating from this demon, with how like he just looked so badass and terrifying. And then later on, we've got fucking tentacles coming out of severed limbs and shit like that. And oh, so good. I'm going to shut the fuck up before I ruin anything else. I didn't mean to let that part slip. But yeah, we got some tentacle action happening later in the movie. The guns, the blood squibs, that was awesome. The stabbings, the dismemberments, it's all on point. Like, if this movie had come out this year, I would say it's definitely top contender. Even though we're only in the third month of the year, I'd say this was a top contender for movie of 2024. But since it did get released last year in this new edition, I'm going to retroactively say this is probably in the top 3 of 2023. God damn, this was awesome. Y'all need a copy. Like I said, it's put out by Saturn's Core. They put out some of the most fucking wacky SOV flicks. I absolutely love this label. I'm glad they've partnered with Vinegar Syndrome, and that's how I found out about Saturn's Core. Like, it's no secret that VS is pretty well my top label. I fucking love them. The quality of the packaging and everything else. And then we have like companies like Saturn's Core, Terror Vision that are like right underneath them. I fucking love Terror Vision. Saturn's Core is dope as shit. And we have Culture Shock that does a little bit of SOV, but they're kind of busy releasing newer movies that are done in the style of older movies. And some of them are rather hit or miss. I think I've been a little more disappointed than I have been stoked with movies from them. That being said, I do still have to review Night of the Bastard, which was fucking awesome. That would actually be a pretty cool double feature with At Dawn They Sleep. With this being like a vampiric, I don't want to call it satanic, but like demonic movie, pairing it with Night of the Bastard, which is a satanic cult movie. I could see those two playing very well together. But before I do that, I'm definitely checking out Reap of Evil. Super stoked to see that. I'm going to have to rewatch Bone Sickness. Honestly, when I first saw it years ago, I wasn't big on it. But back then, I wasn't really into the SOV style of movies. So I'm going to have to give it another shot now that I've become enlightened to how fun SOV flicks really are. Cryptic Plasm, I did dig. There was another one. I want to say it was like Morbid Visions, but that's the name of his fucking releasing company, so I don't think it was that. I'm fucking drawing a blank. I'm fucking stupid right now. But yeah, he is a fucking gore master. And I've said it before, he is a gem to the indie scene, and people need to take note of his work ethic and just his passion for this shit. Brian, keep it up, man. Fucking loving your work as of late, and can't wait to see what you're cooking next, buddy. Let dawn they sleep. It's also got a badass black metal album, or a black metal soundtrack. The music's just as raw and brutal as the movie is, so yeah. It's got everything going for it. Badass music, gore, action, violence, the whole shebang. Go fucking get a copy. Thanks for watching. Stay sleazy. Peace.